Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to your daily lunchtime show where we catch up on current events and headlines. My name is Aurelia Samienga, and this is NMH at 1. Let's have a look at our COVID-19 monitor for today. With the summer heating up, Namibia continues to report few new cases of COVID-19 and even smaller hotspots have grown calm. Over the 7 days up to Tuesday, 71 cases were reported in total. Active cases dropped from 459 to 163, in a large part thanks to the clearing of a backlog in old cases in the capital city of Windhoek. The Commerce region, according to the latest data, now only has 46 active cases. 6 deaths were announced during the past week. The national daily average decreased further from 12 to 10 cases per day after a 9 recorded this Monday. Like elsewhere in the world, a spike in new cases in the summer or a smaller wave can, however, be excluded over the coming months. Your Friday map shows that Windhoek and Oshakati continue to record an average of only 1 new case per day. The unrounded numbers are 1.4 cases for Windhoek and 0.7 for the district of Oshakati. The average for Tsandi remains at around 2 cases per day. The only other district with an average of a single case per day are the 2 harbour towns of Walvis Bay and Luderitz. Averages decreased in 15 of Namibia's health districts over the past 7-day cycle, with slight increases recorded in 8. Our graphic maps the 13 districts where no new cases had been reported for at least a week. Rundu and Kurenkuru have joined this group, which now includes the entire Kavango. Various districts have not recorded new cases since halfway through October, or even further back. For example, the last cases for Ocho and Okakarara were reported on the 19th of October. Namibia has fully vaccinated 278,125 individuals, representing 11% of the population. But in terms of the target set, the country is close to reaching 20%. 23% of people have already received at least 1 dose of vaccine. Please protect yourself and others and get vaccinated if there is any stock at your closest health facility. Join us again tomorrow at the same time for an overview of the daily averages of new cases of COVID-19 reported in Namibia. As per usual, we bring you a number of video news clips from across the country. Starting off, the rock lobster and filched subsector still find itself in a difficult position. Minister of Fisheries and Marine Resources Derek Clausen explains. Leandra Lowe was there.
It must be understood that government policies on the fishing sector are meant to achieve predefined developmental goals. Such goals can be a resource protection nature or could address socio-economic issues. Let me demonstrate as an example. During the 2019, 2020 and 2021 fishing seasons, results from most of our scientific stock assessment surveys indicated our commercial fish stocks, particularly hake, horse mackerel and crab, are harvested within maximum sustainable yields. Additionally, survey results indicate that the growth of these stocks would continue to be slow at the present rate of fishing, but would not be depleted. I think that's good news. However, monk stocks have proven to be challenging to grow, but this stock is also manageable. I must admit that the stock assessment for rock lobster and pilchard offered particularly reasons for concern. This stock continues to present poor findings indicative of poor stock growth. The rock lobster stock is so poor that the average size of the quota is only 4 metric tons. Only 4 metric tons per right holder. This is indeed a small quota allocation considering the cost of harvesting, processing, sales and distribution. It makes sense to me that rock lobster right holders are forever sharing their concerns with me as to how it is expected of them to continue existing in this subsector in the face of such poor quota allocations. Moreover, our policies of the past promoted the purchasing of rock lobster fishing boats, which are currently experiencing operational maintenance difficulties, as well as sustaining employment created on these vessels. In addition to these challenges in the rock lobster sector, I want to share with you that I am informed that the cost of doing business in Lutherans is much higher than anywhere else in our country. And to add, what is the word, salt to injury, or that one? There's a boat yard in Lutherans, and that boat yard is not operational. So people with these small boats, they have to come all the way to Walvis Bay to get these boats refurbished and to get them work on. As you know, as the industry, the 8 people during the October month, how you did it, and rock lobster also, they said with the struggle. I am in talks with Nampu to see how we can restore this boatyard in Lutherans, because it's a serious concern.
Hideaki Harada, ambassador of Japan to Namibia, addresses the Elua Resource School at the handover of new classroom blocks in Ongwediva. Tunohole Mungaba was there.
The handover ceremony from this scheme since its inception in Namibia in 1997. I am pleased to witness an impressive school block which was built during the COVID-19 lockdown period. I would therefore like to take this opportunity to thank and congratulate Ms. Kolumba Nangombe, the acting principal, Mr. Franz Shivute, the former principal, all the staff and school board members, the ministry, and the Oceania Region Council Directorate team under the leadership of Ms. Amkana, and Access Trading CC, the construction company. Girls and boys.
Brenda Keruba, a multimedia broadcast journalist from Kenya's Standard Group, shares her experience of the Sanlam Summer School for Financial Journalists in South Africa that NMH Michelle Lee Nawati says is also attending.
My name is Brenda Kerubo. I am a business broadcast journalist with Standard Group. I focus on telling stories from the television platform, the newspaper section, and also the digital platform. I also do radio and podcast. So I am quite honored to be here and attend the Sanlam Financial School. I've learned so much so far in relation to this specific course. Today is the first day, and I must say that we did focus on the African Continental Free Trade Area, which was an agreement that was signed earlier this year on January 4th. So we basically talked about the objectives of the agreement, so in relation to how African economies can benefit from that. We also specifically focused on a comparison with the European Union, just how successful is it, and what are some of the lessons that African countries can learn from this developed trade agreement. So we did highlight the fact that trade among African countries is quite minimal compared to other countries in the developed world. So what can be done to improve this? So the African Continental Free Trade Area promises, among other things, to decrease non-tariff barriers as well as tariff barriers. So this will help, of course, especially in making it easier for economies in Africa to export their commodities and services. There has been a challenge in relation to that. And also it will open up to creating more harmonized sort of opportunities and solutions. So what you see in one specific countries will be replicated, especially when it comes to trade laws. There are quite a number of issues that are yet to be aligned in relation to the rules of origin, as well as intellectual property and also competition, especially in line with services. So we are now in the phase 1 of the agreement, and just getting excerpts and getting professional commentary from some of the panelists that we had here indicates that we are on the right path, but we still need to gear up for solutions and more practical lessons that can be used in ensuring that this trade agreement is up and running. So it's quite a very, very strong platform when it comes to getting more knowledge. And I've also enjoyed interacting with various other representatives from other countries. I've learned quite a lot, especially when it comes to economies in the Southern African region, what they buy, what they export, and the languages as well. I hopefully at the end of this course I will be able to at least say or talk in a sentence, especially in different languages from representatives on the continent. So it is quite insightful, and I'm looking forward to even learning more even as the days go by. So yeah, thank you so much, and I really appreciate it.
Season 1 of the Hunters Chill Session is coming to a close. To celebrate Hunters and the Namibian Sun, we'll be having an exclusive invite-only event at Access Lounge on the 23rd of November. You can be part of this. Stand a chance to win exclusive double tickets for you and a friend to attend the Hunters Chill Finale. WhatsApp a picture of you and your friend chilling with your favorite Hunters to 084 000 9820. Hunters, refreshes like nothing on earth. Not for persons under the age of 18. T's and C's apply.
Let's have a look at the stories making headlines in our national papers today. We start off with Namibian Sun, which reports that F.W. de Klerk, the last president of apartheid South Africa and a key actor in the transition to democracy in both Namibia and South Africa, died yesterday at the age of 85 due to illness. According to Republican, the Namibian Public Workers Unions, Napwu, and the Namibian National Teachers Union, Nantu, insist that negotiations on salary increases for civil servants and teachers will continue for the 2021-2022 financial year. Moving on to Allgemeine Zeitung, which reports that Fisheries Minister de Klerk has called on the fishing industry to promote sustainable use of the sector and to refrain from spreading rumors in light of the fish rot corruption scandal. Meanwhile, he expresses great concern about the stocks of lobsters and sardines. The Namibian reports that Institute of Public Policy Research Director Graham Hopwood has criticized the Electoral Commission of Namibia for failing to take action against Swapo, which stands accused of benefiting from the fish rot scandal. New Era reports that Namibia Public Workers Union, Napwu, General Secretary Petrus Nevonga yesterday took a sharp dig at Finance Minister Ipumbushimi, accusing him of providing misleading information to civil servants. on to the insides of our daily newspapers. Namibian Sun reports that the Neckartal Dam irrigation project is currently being screened for public-private partnership, PPP, sustainability, and once all processes have been finalized, it is anticipated that the project will be put into production during the 2022-2023 financial year. Republican reports that steps to finalize the Neckartal Dam project as part of a public-private partnership have already taken place. Algemeine Zeitung reports that public servant Othniel Shudifonya, who is one of the accused persons in the fish rod trial, said not a dime of the notorious fish rod money had passed through his accounts. Moving on to the Namibian, which reports that former Fish Corps Board chairperson James Haitukulipi, borrowed money from one of his co-accused in the fish rod fraud and corruption scandal case, Othniel Shudifonya, at the same time leading Shudifonya millions of dollars, according to claims made in the Windhoek High Court. And finally, New Era reports that water demand in the northern regions of the country have exceeded supply, NamWater said this week. The debilitating water crisis has largely been felt in the Oshana, Ohangwena, Omsati, and Oshikoto regions, leading to numerous interruptions. And that is it for your Friday edition of NMH at 1. From myself, Aurelia Samienga, and the team, please do have a lovely weekend and join us again next week at the same time, same place. Until then, here's your weather update.